My name is Eric with Geyser Systems, and we make the world's most efficient hot portable shower. It uses less than a gallon of water, so all you need for 7 to 10 minutes of shower time is 3 water bottles worth right here. This right here will last you 7 to 10 minutes. And the way that we do that is we make the most of every drop of water by replacing your shower head and your washcloth and combining them in one with this scrub. So with this valve, you dial in exactly how much water you want to use, and then you put that water exactly where you need it so that you're making the most of every drop. And there are 2 different ways to a hot shower. The way that we recommend doing it is to take 1 part boiling water with your favorite camping stove and combining that with 2 parts cold water. That combination, 1 part boiling, 2 parts cold water, will get you a hot shower ready in as little as 2 minutes. We also offer a model with a built-in heating element, and that's just another way to heat your water, and pulls a little bit more juice, but it gives you another option to heat electrically. And everything runs off of a 12-volt source, and we're made in Montrose, Colorado. We're a Colorado company. Everything's done here in the state, and we're here to transform everyone's relationship with every drop of water. So thank you so much for your time.
Perfect. Sponges.
The difference between the sponges is just the color. That's a good point, because I forgot to mention that. So these guys do swap out so that everybody in camp has their own scrub, right? So the only difference is the color, but that way, everyone can stay organized. That I have yellow, you have green, and we dedicate the pink one for the dishes. And there is a soft side for skin and a coarse side for caked on grime and things like that. And a lot of people use them for their camp kitchen or for their dog. Yeah, any sort of cleaning purpose.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, it's shower time. It's our first time with our new Geyser water shower system. So, got it plugged in to the truck. You have to run the truck while you're running it, while you're heating it up. So on our first attempt to use the Geyser system, we are in Colorado. Temperatures ambient outside were probably in the 40s in the morning. And it took over an hour and a half to try to heat up that water. We never did get a good hot shower. And then, amidst lathering up, the pump quit. So we happened to run into Geyser at an Overland show, and they repaired the Geyser on the spot. Great customer service. From the backwoods of New York, this morning's agenda, catch some showers. And we are using the Geyser system again. We're going to attempt to use it. Last time we were in Colorado and had all kinds of problems with it. This is round 2. We'll see if it works this time. So far we're about 15 minutes in. Ambient temperature outside is about 65, where the last time our ambient temperature outside was like 38 degrees, and it was pretty chilly, so it took a longer period of time to warm up that water. This time around, being in the 60s, overnight, we're really hoping that this thing warms up faster and that we can catch a hot shower before we get going with our day. This is a Geyser system that we're using. This one has the hot water element in it. Basically, they put a heating element in the bottom of the thing here, so when you turn it on, plugging in 12-volt cigarette cord, the heating element will heat up the water. We carry all the products in a Ziploc bag, so there's the whole environmental factor. You're using less water, and water conservation is good. The other thing a lot of our friends do, warm up some water on a pan, dump it in the water port, and now you've got a warm shower that way. So to each their own. If this system works, this is going to be pretty handy because it uses a lot less water. So yeah, we've used it a few times and not been impressed with it.
So it's been running for half an hour and it still says it's below 100 degrees. So do I truly need a 100-degree temperature for my shower? Not really. I just want to chill off of it. So I'm going to check and see if it's warm enough. I don't know if you're technically supposed to do this or not, but I'm going to.
So here's the thing. When you plug this into your car cigarette plug, this bugger gets really, really hot, which makes me nervous. Wow, that is really hot on the tip. Don't touch the tip. In my opinion, with this unit, fully functional, according to the manufacturer, do not buy this one. A half-hour idle, and with a half-hour idle, trying to get this to temp or even lukewarm, the light says under 100 degrees. Yeah, I get that. It's not going to heat it all the way up to that, but it's supposed to, when it gets to a certain temperature, shut off. It was not shutting off. After a half hour, we're grimy, we want to take showers, we're done with it. The way we set up the geyser is we just set it on the fender, hose goes up and around, and into the shower room. You can put your products over there in the corner, just have the hose hang down, you're good to go. So, all right, Wendy's gonna give her a test. Are you excited?
I want to get this grime off of me. I feel nasty.
So you have to have it powered on, and you have to have it in pump mode here on the top. So we got a pump mode. The water comes out. I just run it under my trailer, and this is not factory. I added this, but yeah, this should power the pump, no problem. So we'll see how long the pump lasts, because last time, middle of the shower, the pump quit. So we'll see how this goes.
It's not. It should be on.
So when you're running the pump, it's gonna make this like heartbeat sound inside the center. So every time Wendy squeezes that sponge and the water starts coming out, it's making that noise. You're hearing it real time, folks. So that's what it sounds like when it activates the pump. So you got to be okay with hearing that little noise too with this system. So once Wendy got going with her shower, she had all kinds of problems with the pump. It wasn't consistent. It would stop and start all the time, and we could not get consistent flow out of it. Removing the sponge showed that the pump would not run consistently even with the sponge removed. We're not sure what was going on here, but we could no longer use the product the rest of the trip. Yes, when I say suction on, there was no removing the lid. We tried everything. Not only did we have a cap issue, but the pump was shot. Okay, so we have the lid is secure, power is on, it's below 100 degrees. Just filled up the reservoir with the new lid with the, what do they call it, pressure relief valve inside. So I heard it kind of pressurize when I turned it on. Plugged in the hose, you should get unlimited water out of this when turning this valve open. So here we go.
It's on.
It's on.
It's on the pump.
Yes. It is fully open. There's just a lot of things floating around in my head about this product. I've honestly can say I've never had a product I've been more frustrated with when it comes to camping. Contacting Geyser, they said, yeah, it's going to take a lot of time to get that up. It's like, I can't remember, there's a calculation they have about how fast the water goes up when you're trying to heat it. It's ridiculously slow. So I would say totally skip the heater unit if you're looking at this product and go right to the one where you can put a pot of hot water on the stove. You can heat it up in 3 minutes. You can take that pot, mix it with some cold water, and throw it in the geyser. That's a way better option, and we should have done that. We just wanted to have the heater element one to try so we could tell you guys, is this worth it or not? And I can honestly say it is not worth it. We had the heater go out, and that was in Colorado. So they went and fixed it at an overland show. So that was fantastic. Just happened to be timing. They brought it back room. They knew what it was, so they knew there was an issue. They took care of it on the spot. Great customer service. Can't say enough about that. Then going to New York trip here in 2023 and using it again. Idled with a car, cigarette plug gets extremely hot where you can't even touch it. The lid locking on so tight, we tried everything. We ended up finally having to pour tons of hot water on it when we got it home to heat it up enough where the lid would release. Otherwise, it just suctioned itself on when it ran out of water and it couldn't go anywhere. Now, the pump quit again for the second time in New York. So we switched over to the water port. We got it back. We shot the videos for Geyser. They saw the problems we were having and said, yep, okay. Not only did they send us the cover first. We tried with the new cover. Finally got a replacement unit back in. So new right out of the box, I got another Geyser. Would I buy this again? I don't think I would. I gotta be really honest. I would not recommend this. I don't do that very often, but I don't recommend it. I just have to say it's got a lot of bugs yet. I would hold off, honestly. There's just too many things that can go wrong. Simple is sometimes better. The more complicated you make a system, the higher chance of failure. This is a product that's all about being environmentally friendly and conserving water. I get that. I think that's a great idea. That's why I picked it up to try it. But if I've got to idle my truck and gas for an hour to get a hot shower, that's not saving the environment when I got to idle my gas guzzler. The other thing that I started thinking about later, and what the replacement sponges. I mean, now I got to continually, I'm on the hook for buying sponges all the time. I can't just go buy a sponge at your local store. You got to buy certain kinds, got the hose in it, the connections, all that kind of stuff. So reoccurring cost on these is kind of turned me off from the product, and just the failure rate. The failure rate's been too great. So with that, take it for what it is, guys. If you're gonna invest in it or look at it, I would recommend the one without the heater element. Please put down in the comments your experience with it. Maybe you've had no issues since day one and you don't have the issue with the suctioning cap or it not heating up properly. I do have to say, Geyser's been awesome. Their customer service was fantastic. They took care of the product. I just feel like it's still in infancy. It just needs a few more kinks worked out. So with that, hopefully that helps. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you get out there and stay clean and do some camping. We'll talk to you later, guys.